very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as we stay up, allow me move this microphone to Reverend Canon Benon to give us the opening prayer.
Dear Lord and Father, we thank you that we have come together and for the purpose that we have come to eat the food and to talk together. Help us be faithful in our ways as we execute our different roles and regulations, and help us be faithful workers and ministers in your ways. We are glad that we are here. We pray that you bless us in our conversation and our food, which we have already eaten. In Jesus' name.
Kindly take your seats. Our guest of honor, Honorable Balaam Barugahara. Our keynote, who is also the executive director at the URSB, Miss Mercy Kainobwisho, together with the entire URSB family. The board chair of Nyaka, Miss Barbara Kasekende. The MD of Motor Care Uganda, Miss Florence Makada Sempewa. The second little queen, Miss Wildlife, Little Hands Go Green Ambassador, Miss Talia Birunji. CEO of Nyaka, Mr. Jackson Tresije. Friends and family of the Nyaka community. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Fourth Estate, good morning and welcome to our breakfast meeting. Good morning. Good morning. Can I request that each one of you extends a right hand of friendship to their neighbor and welcome them in their capacity. If your neighbor is a CEO, is an MD, is a father, is a daughter, welcome them in their capacity. Give your neighbor a high five and tell them thank you for coming. Give your neighbor a high five and tell them thank you for coming. If your neighbor gives you a slap, change seat. Change seat because it's a clear indication that you are not seated in the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here gathered on a very important conversation which is focused on supporting children. I am sure that all of us now are well aware of what Nyaka has continued to do in the southwestern part of this country, the lives that it has continued to change through their different programs that impact different lives, from the grandmothers program where they continue to sensitize communities to the education programs where you can be able to see the banner of some of the students that have managed to graduate, to the children right from a tender age to ensure that they learn, they grow, and become better citizens of this country. What gathers us here this morning is really to see how we can continue to contribute to a greener good, to a bigger good, where we can continue to support these children to become better, but also enjoy life. At this point in time, allow me invite the CEO of Nyaka, who I have his profile here. I wanted to briefly inform you of what he has been able to achieve in a very short time, so that once I introduce him, he's able to come here, share one or two remarks, and then he should be able to invite our guest of honor. The CEO and founder is Mr. Jackson Tresije, who was born and raised in the village of Nyakajezi in the rural Uganda. At a young age, he demonstrated different attributes of learning, which led him to study in Makerere University in Kampala. As a student, he co-founded Human Rights Concerns to help victims of human rights violation in Uganda to educate the public. After graduating, he studied human rights advocacy as a visiting scholar at the Columbia University. Over the years, he has been involved in extensively in international community efforts as human rights advocate, fundraiser, and inspirational speaker. In 2001, Jackson founded the Nyaka AIDS Orphans Program in response to the devastating effects of AIDS in his hometown. Nyaka provides free education to the orphans, to the vulnerable children, and in addition, 2 schools that they continue to support to ensure that these children continue to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Jackson to welcome us here, and later invite our guest of honor. Jackson, sorry to cut your CV short, because it was long and the time, it would take a little bit more.
Thank you. Good morning. Usually when they introduce me, they say this is a boy from Nyaka, because that's where I was born, and that's what made me the man I am. Thank you for coming this morning. My name's Jackson Kaguri. I am the chief servant of the organization we represent here, because that's how I feel every day, working, running, and making sure that our children, our grandmothers have a place to live, have something to eat, and can get an education that we all know in this room what education means for us. I have a speech later, but today we are honored, ladies and gentlemen, to have Minister, Dr. Honorable Barugahara. And I'm going to just sit on that name for a little bit, because in our language, Barugahara means you come from very far. And ladies and gentlemen, we come from very far. The reason I started in Nyaka, in a village where it is, it's because Niturugahare. We come from so far away. In 2001, there was no single NGO in Kanungu district. That's when Kanungu became a district. And I have witnesses in this room, because we have some people who were born in Kambuga and ran away to marry reverends, to run away from Kambuga. Mama, we now make Kambuga proud, because you don't have to leave Kambuga to get an education. You don't have to leave Kambuga to get treatment. You, as a grandmother, don't have to come to Kampala to sell charcoal. In Owino, you can sell your charcoal in Kambuga. What we have done is transform a village into a city. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, we started by building schools for children who are orphaned because of HIV/AIDS. We went on to build clean water systems, so every human being in our village can drink clean, 100% clean water, funded with the government of Uganda and Rotary International, which is why I wear this Rotary pin proudly. Minister, we went on to build libraries so children can have books and read and see people who look like them, who live like them, in a book form, published in the United States of America. Huh, nobody's clapping. You don't like to read. Honorable Minister and everybody who has come here, we have built a Harvard University in Kanungu called Nyaka Vocational and Secondary School. For our people who had never seen a storied building, we invested $3.8 million in Kanungu. Our president, Mzee Yoweri Museveni, passed there once and stopped his motorcade because he couldn't believe such buildings, such beauty sits in Kanungu, opposite Kambuga Hospital. Honorable Minister, if you talk to your fellow minister, Chris Baryomunsi, he will tell you that is the place he's proud to call home because it has an address which you don't have to direct anybody because it speaks for itself. As of now, Honorable Minister, I know you have to leave. Nyaka is serving 23,000 grandmothers who are raising 96,000 children. Our representative grandmother, please stand up so the minister can wave at you. This woman and the uniform she wears is common in Kanungu, Rukunjiri, Rubanda districts. This woman is the face of Cornerstone, the documentary that won more than 100 awards, a Cornerstone documentary that Mama Janet Museveni opened. You didn't know all this because we tend to do actions rather than speak. So the Honorable Minister walked in this morning and told me, which news channels do you have? And I didn't even know any because we tend to speak through actions. And so we wanted you to see the children yourself. We wanted you to hear the impact from the mouth. We invest more than $3.4 million in Uganda, more than the budgets of some of your ministry. And today, we are going to make an announcement to expand our work in 2 more districts, starting with Busia, going to Bukedia, all the way to Ruchiga. Nyaka Global is the name of the organization, and 2025 is when we are going to be Nyaka National, including the Brogue. I am so honored that you made time to come. In absentia, we thank Aisha, who is not here, who connected you to this organization. We are going to be coming to different ministries, signing memorandums of understanding. This is the work of God. I don't want you to thank Jackson. If you want a person to thank, ladies and gentlemen, she has already died. My mother, Janet Nyawajenda Kaguri, is the reason I started Nyaka. She's not here for you to clap for, but thank God, my mother was a woman of God. And she said to me, Jackson, you are going to Columbia University, find a church in the United States. Go get taken care of and never forget where you came from. We do this for our children's sake. We all come from different villages in Turugahare, and we don't want that Kurugahare to remain Hare. We want to shorten the distance through education, through empowerment. Nyaka is now building a microfinance bank so nobody has to come all the way to UDB in Kampala to get a loan. And nobody needs to find themselves in Kampala before they can register their organization. So, Honorable Minister, I know we will have enough to talk about our guests who are going to speak. We know you are a busy man. We thank you for representing us. We thank you for the work you do, and may you continue to live up to your name. To Barugahara, but we will shorten the distance. I take this honor to invite you to address our people, our supporters. We've been supported by so many, and we are so glad you are here to continue the work.
Honorable Kaguli, most of you may not know the name Kaguli, just like he started with Barugahara. Kaguli now in Bunyoro in Western, it is Waraji, the crude Waraji. But now the mother called Kaguri, the late, named the son Kaguri, who must be a father. And then the mother, when the Kaguri boy was going to the US, he said find a church. So imagine a name that which means Waraji is addicted to church, and it's making wonders. Anyway, allow me to recognize my sister Mercy, URSB boss. Mercy, let them look at you. The men may want to look at the back, but the Christians want to look at the front. Then, I want also to recognize the chairperson of board of Nyaka in Uganda, my sister Barbara Kasekende. Barbara, you should stand up. Barbara, she's a PRO expert. She's also a banker, working with the best bank in Uganda. Then I want to recognize the donors. I've seen the room is filled with donors, both Ugandans and the whites, our friends from the USA. Without you, the 3.4 can't be raised. So we need to thank you for contributing. Just like he said, his contribution to the economy in support to the children is bigger than my own ministry. I don't have that money. The whole docket of children, I have 640 million to look after juvenile prisons. You know the juvenile centers? I've even told them we should not call juvenile centers, we should call them correction homes for children. I proposed to cabinet, and that should pass soon. We should not call them prisons, because these are children. Children are not criminals. Children are just misguided, need to be guided and corrected. So they get only 640, and they are quite many. So what you are doing is quite amusing. I can say you are doing a wonderful job. Looking after 96,000 children, paying their fees, making sure they go to school. I was so glad when I saw that photo, that girl protecting and nurturing children so they can learn, grow, and thrive. That photo, that is now a typical Muchiga with a big forehead. That's a typical Muchiga with a big forehead. Yeah? But very brilliant people. So thank you for giving them life. Then I also want to thank you for building 740 homes for the vulnerable mothers, where they are raising the over 23,000 children. I mean, you started an NGO to look after the HIV children. You left HIV alone and said HIV now has been suppressed. But then the biggest challenge is children don't have to go, they are not going to school. As much as we have UPE in Uganda, UPE has solved a few of the challenges because there are some corrupt teachers who still charge the poor money to feed or early learning, early class. So the UPE has solved the problem, but the corrupt ones are making it a bad program. But largely it has been an impactful program. So Nyaka from Kambuga, I went to Kambuga. Kambuga is such a remote village. But now Kambuga has a vacation school. It has a clinic. It has a Harvard graduate. People of Kambuga, Reverend, I think you regret why you left Kambuga. Because Reverend, it is Mama who left Kambuga. But you are supposed to leave because you're a woman. Kastoka Lekayo products. Wherever them nonga mama. So, I want to thank you, sir, Mr. Kaguli, Tracy J. Jackson, and the entire board, and the funders for giving a chance to these people. Then I also need to thank you for providing clean water to the people of Kanungu, because you made friends in Rotary. I'm a personal Rotarian, but I've not yet tapped a program for Rotary to my district in Masindi. I regret why I should not do it. You have challenged me. So very soon I should tell them as a major donor, I should also go to Masindi and provide a village called Chigulia. Chigulia village, which has never had piped water, and yet it's just 7 kilometers from Masindi town, and in a municipality. So when I asked yesterday, they told me in Chigulia we don't have clean water, a municipality, and then we don't have a government-aided city school. I said, in 40 years? So you were having a knife which was not cutting. Now the president has provided you with a knife that can cut on the cake. But the cake may not be big because it will be divided amongst all Ugandans. But the little I can cut, I will cut for my people. I want to thank you for cutting for your people before you think of Bukedi and Busia. And the decision to go to Busia is strategic. Busia has a lot of HIV rates. The rates of HIV in Busia, Mbarara, and Fort Potro are on the rise. So as you think of Busia, we should also think of those other villages like Mutukula, Chotera, where HIV hit so many. We should also think of Chiriandongo, where we have a couple of refugee communities who need a second chance, and then these other villages. So your starting schools is quite paramount and quite very, very important. I'm glad. And then lastly, I want to thank you for hearing Musei's message, the president's message, socio-economic transformation. You cannot have socio-economic transformation unless you have saving culture, unless you have bookkeeping culture, And you cannot have a microfinance. People will not borrow money unless they know how to keep their money and how to save and how to make 1,000 become 10,000. So by so doing, you have answered the call where every family in, not only in Kanungu, the most remote district, where we find the mountain gorillas next to Kisoro and all these other parks. But now, you are giving them a chance also to learn how to save money. Government has a program called the PDM, where every village in Uganda earns 100 million, of which 30% goes to young people and women. The 70 million may not be so much for a parish. This is a parish, every parish we call a ward or a parish. Those parishes are all earning 100 million, including the president's own village, Rwashtura, his own parish. He earns also 100 million. So it is the first socio-economic transformation program for the masses, for all Ugandans, that the president brought up, and the first program in Africa, I think. We are the first program to have such a program of poverty alleviation. The 1 million is not enough, but now you have supplemented it with a bank, with a microfinance, which will transform into a bank, now that you have bankers on your board. That is very, very important, and I want to thank you for that. Let's teach people how to save. Then once we teach them, they will not drink kaguli, they will not take nguli. They will avoid the nguli and now save money, and then they will become rich. I would have loved to hear stories. Before even I go, I want to invite one of the children to come and give me a testimony. And I also understand you have over 480 graduates, professionals. You have doctors. Are they here? Can I see them stand? Maybe I could see, maybe I could you come at the front here. Come at the front. So I understand you have 480 graduates, professionals ranging from lawyers, doctors, etc. That is really very, very nice, Mr. Kaguri. And I think those are the most important thing. So you're going to give testimony. When did you join Nyaka in Kambuga? And tell them you're Muchiga, introduce yourself. So that UBC can capture you. Tell them who you are.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You're most welcome to this gathering. My name is Sarah Rukundo. So I joined Nyaka in 2012 when I had just completed Senior 4. So Nyaka funded my studies all the way from Senior A level, what we call Senior 5 and Senior 6, and then university studies. At university, I offered a course of Bachelor of Laws. So it supported me all through university. It went ahead and funded my postgraduate diploma at a Law Development Center. So through Nyaka, I have been able to successfully complete my studies. And right now, I successfully graduated as a lawyer and went ahead and enrolled as an advocate, and now I'm practicing as an advocate. Thank you so much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tugume Mark, and I've just completed a Bachelor's of Medical Engineering from Makerere University. I'll be graduating in January with a first class. My journey with Nyaka, what I can say, the rise of me and the attaining of hope started in 2008 in my primary 2 up to when I've actually finished university. I'm so thankful to Nyaka, and apart from what he mentioned, I really got my first opportunity to come to Kampala in primary through Nyaka. So there has been a lot that isn't mentioned. I remember when we joined, we actually used to get clothes as well. So I'm really grateful, and I just pray this continues. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm called Unwavering Hillary. I don't like putting doctor, but I'm called Dr. Unwavering Hillary. So I want to cut the story short. My story with Nyaka is very, very long. Maybe we need a day or two to talk about everything. But what I can say is I started with Nyaka from the very first day. Even before Nyaka started, I was in his hands, and so many things we can talk about. So my rise from nothing to where I am today started from Nyaka the first day, when Professor Mondo Kagonyera opened with 2 classrooms. And then, but before they opened, he came and told me he used to put on shorts. He was a tall man, huge. So we used to be waiting for him Christmas, and he would bring for us clothes, shoes, and a lot of things. So one day he came to me and told me, Hillary, I want you to go to school, and I'm going to build a school so you can go to school. It's called Nyaka AIDS Orphan School. I forgot the name, but what I remember is I went back home. I told my grandmother I was going to school, and she was like, I don't have money. Then in a few days, Nyaka opened, and it was opened by Professor Mondo Kagonyera. Things were not easy from the start, but Nyaka made everything easy. I remember in the first days our motivation was just food, mandas and porridge every morning, because we knew if you wake up hungry, you would go back to school and eat mandas, come back when you're full and just sleep, go back the next day. So when we finished primary 7, there was little hope, but he always told me, son, listen, you're destined to succeed, and I want to tell you that every time I'm here in Uganda, you're going to succeed. When we finished senior 4, I'm just cutting the story short, there was also little hope, but he told me, if you can perform, I will go and look for your school fees. But if you don't perform, I don't know what I will do for you. Things have been going like that, and has never disappointed. If you want to know where your donation is going, you can look at me. Come and visit us in Nyaka Jersey. 1 month back, my grandmother called me, saw someone passing, and was like, call doctor, I want to talk to him. She told me, come home. I went home, and she told me she was going to die. She was very sick. I knew about it, but I was trying to connect with some people, they treat her. So when she told me that she's very old, 112 years, I knew it was just time. So I went back home, and she told me she was going to die. But I'm a professional doctor, so I understood the problem. I went to Nyaka Clinic. I picked one medication, and now she has gained like 5 kgs. She's very fat. So that's my short story with Nyaka. I want to stop there, but if you want to know much about Nyaka, you can just get me in my time, and then we talk. So many good stories, so many beautiful things Nyaka has done for our grandmothers, for other children. A few you see here are just representing so many that Nyaka has transformed their lives. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacqueline Elizabeth. I'm a student at Nkumba University, pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in International Relations and Diplomacy. I'm a diplomat in making. Yeah, I really thank Nyaka because I joined last year in March. I'm now in my second semester. Next year I'm going to my 3rd year. I had no hopes of joining the university. Actually, my dad had said, go and join the police. But I saw an advert. I was like, let me try my luck, because I had performed well with 13 points in literature, entrepreneurship, and geography. I applied. Luckily enough, I passed through. I was very happy. And when I saw I'm going to Entebbe, I used it to see Entebbe. I knew Entebbe is just an airport. I didn't know Entebbe. There are even other places, even a university. It was my first time to come to Kampala. I even proceeded to Entebbe. I lack nothing at all. I get accommodation, good one. stipend, tuition. I really thank Nyaka so much. May God bless him.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Apofia Atuha, and also a student sponsored by Nyaka at Nkumba University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in graphics communication design. And I'm really grateful being sponsored by Nyaka. You people, we can't even tell because it is a lot. We have gained a lot. We are looking good because of Nyaka. Some of us couldn't be here, but because of Nyaka, we are here. We are really grateful. I can't thank everyone here, but we are really grateful. On behalf of the rest who are not here, they are really grateful. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nyakusinga Fielder, and I'm a student at Nkumba University, pursuing a degree in journalism and public relations, and I'm a proud student of Nyaka. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Yeah, and I'm a Minister of Information and ICT at Nkumba University. And
So now, Kanungu makes Bariomus, everyone.
yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kengas Hilda, a student from Nyaka Vocational Secondary School. I'm so grateful to be here today representing the Nyaka Vocational Secondary School students. I've been supported by Nyaka since 2013. This is my 12th year in Nyaka. I receive each and everything like what is needed for us students to succeed in the school. The way you're seeing me from the shop to the top, all this is Nyaka. We are comfortable in school. As a girl child, we receive girl talks. We host very many people who inspire us, the girl children. I'm motivated, and now through Nyaka, I think I will become a very great person, probably a neurologist. He's my inspirer. Thank you so much, Nyaka. God bless the donors. God bless our director. God bless all the well wishers of Nyaka. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brenda Ahalizira. I'm among the pioneer students of Nyaka AIDS Orphans Project. I started from Nyaka Primary, walking the 8 kilometers from home every day and to and back home. I thank all the well-wishers of Nyaka who have been with us on this journey. It hasn't been a soft journey, but we have endured. Currently, I'm working with Nyaka AIDS Orphans Project under the sponsorship program where I help the young ones who are joining school to enroll for university, vocational. I help them in mentoring them on what steps they can go to, how they can persevere in school and complete. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, madam.
My name is Princess Tumshere, a student at Tamba Primary School. I thank Nyaka for the great support he has rendered to us. I thank our donors, sponsors, and church organizations like Youth for World Canada, Education to a Right, Stephen Roos Education, and very many others for building a community studying environment for us. Thank you for your love and passion. I salute you.
I request you all stand up and clap for her. She's my head girl. They're all standing up for you. You wait for them. Tell them to sit down.
Sit down.
You speak.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Niwa Cornelius. I'm in primary 4 class at Nyaka Primary School. I thank the donors, the elector, for giving us food, shelter, clothing. Our grandmothers had no shelter, with no clean water, but the elector brought water, and now we have water at home. I thank the donors who sponsors who sponsor us, and may God bless you.
Now you have heard from all of them. You have heard from the doctor, from the designer, from the Minister of Information, from everybody. From the doctor who doesn't want to be called a doctor, from the top diplomat, maybe ambassador in Kanungu to where? Kanungu to Uganda. Yeah, but anyway, your dream will come true, I believe. So now, on behalf of government of Uganda, I want to confirm to you, director and the board, that bring whatever you want me to write for you, I'll write. The best I can give you is my signature. In the ministry, we don't have that money. But I will give you the signature and you get it where you want to get it. Because you are not eating it, but you are giving somebody a chance. The lady spoke English of Kampala parents from Kanungu. And then, this young man is imitating the Harvard English. Can you greet them once again? Tell them, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Tell them, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
I think now you see Madam Obama in making. Yeah? So we are grateful to the donors, just like these children said, the director for the mind, and then, of course, the lady Mama Kaguli, instead of telling the child to go and drink Kaguli in America, where it is even cheaper, a bottle of wine in America goes for $3. $1 actually. So it is cheap to drink Nguli in America. Getting spoiled is so easy. But by the time you leave Kanungu and you go to America, and then you come back in shorts, like he described that he used to come back in shorts, a fat man, and he would give us clothes and shoes. I mean, that was really nice. It's inspiring, and we should learn from you. That you used to be very huge like Mario Munsi. I think Kanungu makes huge people. So anyway, thank you very much to each of you. I would have loved to hear all these stories, but I'm rushing for another event in a refugee camp in Chiriandongo. Allow me leave. I beg to request to leave early, and I want to thank all of you for sparing time. I've seen Tata, I've seen Kia, Nissan. I've seen so many big people here. I didn't mention all of you. I've seen lawyers, bankers, be generous. We can impact on community and these disadvantaged ones. I do the same, but I don't have $3 million. I use the little I have to change lives. Currently, I have 8 refugee children whom I've adopted as my children, together with my 3 children. So I look after those 8. 2 are at Nkumba, 1 is in Chambogo, 1 is at UCU, and these are very expensive universities. And then others are just coming up. They didn't know English. Now they are doing well. They are actually, they emerge best. The vulnerable are very brilliant children. They are not like our balcony children. The children who raise up in the balcony in Nagura and in Tinda cannot do what these stars are doing. So let us empower, let us support those children wherever they are. Pick one, each one of you, pick 1 or 2, a girl and a boy if you can, or 2 boys, or balance the way he's balancing. We may change lives and we may create change makers in Uganda. God bless you all.
Can I request that we have a picture with our keynote, our CEO and board chair, with also the ambassador. Go Green, yes, please come, and we have a group picture before our guest of honor leaves. I think the stories have been very powerful. Can we give them a big, big round of applause?
You know, there is a very, very important person I'd forgotten to introduce. Her name is, she's a queen. I'm going to ask the queen to greet you in a minute as we take the photo. And she tells you who she is and what's her dream. What does she want to become?
With appreciation, my name is Talia Berenji Kandale, second Queen of Little Miss Wildlife Uganda, 2024-2025. I study from Trinity Primary School, located in Bukoto, Mukalazi Zone. At my school, I am the Little Hands Go Green Ambassador. For the years that I want to study, or I need to study, I dream of being a conservationist. A conservationist is a person who conserves and protects nature. Thank you.
Have you heard the queen? The really queen herself. Let us plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit tree or any kind of tree in our home so that her dream of conserving comes true.
I think the stories require a big, big round of applause. They've been very... Although while the stories were happening, I kept listening to myself and listening to the stories where someone said that I have a first class. How do we sponsor you and you come back with a pass degree? I think it is only right that when we sponsor you, you read hard. So first class, really, very exciting. But also, for someone to be in Kanungo and you put on white socks and they are white, things are serious. As of Kampala here, we didn't put on white socks. Even now, we fear white socks. So I think Nyaka deserves a big, big round of applause, you people. We have a doctor who was motivated by mandazi and porridge. Now he's a full doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, can we give Honorable Balaam a big, big round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I want to inform you that there are a number of us that have joined us this morning, and I'll continue recognizing some of you. But this assignment of hosting this function is not going to be done by only me. We have another colleague, a friend of Nyaka, who's the Director E-Government Services at NITA Uganda. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join me in welcoming Collins to come and join me here on the microphone. Can you give Collins a big round of applause as well?
Thank you, Gava. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I think as we wait for our guests to come back, why don't we just take a moment and I welcome the Nyaka Primary School and Kutamba Primary School for some poems. Are you here right now? Could you come over for the poems as we also wait? But I want to acknowledge everybody who is here, so please make your way. Nyaka, please clap for these wonderful people who are coming. And we'll be waiting for our guests to get back. But I want to recognize everybody who is here, standing on the protocol that was said. Thank you so much for coming. I have a feeling the testimonies that were given here are enough preview to the fundraising requirement. You now know that this is a viable fund. It's a viable foundation for you to place your seed. So I want you to think carefully about what you want to give as an individual, as an institution, as a community, because we're really here for fundraising. So right after these poems, we'll kick into very brief fundraising, and the idea is to finish in good time. But I want to welcome everybody here. But allow me to just again welcome Canon Reverend Benon Mugara and his dear wife, Auntie Joy, as we all call her. Please just welcome them. You could just, thank you. These are I'm told the minister wants to see the kids, so why not? So, Canon Ben and your dear wife, Joy, thank you so much for coming. And I'm sure many of you, like me, as youth, also went through their hands at St. Francis. You have a passion for the youth. Thank you for loving and raising the youth in Uganda. God bless you. God bless you so much. I want to just thank everybody who's come today, because it's such an opportunity for us to share together. And I had everybody there's a queen, there was a prince, I think there was a princess. I'm thinking I'm not doing well in branding myself. I should be Prince Colin. So I want to innovate and think carefully, because I think I'm missing out on something. But I think just to say this very, very briefly, that I have been a friend of Nyaka for a couple of years. And I have also sowed a seed, I have given to the cause, but I have seen the work that they do. Nyaka has come to my village in Rukunjiri, which is not far from Kanungu, and they have actually built grandmothers' homes and latrines, something that we take for granted. But in my small village in Buyanja, in a place called Renyanji, there are grandmothers now who literally pray for this foundation every single day because of the sort of impact that has happened in that village. So I strongly believe that every coin, every shilling, everything, children, you can still come and prepare for the poem, that every amount of money that you place will not only bring about lawyers and neurologists and doctors that you have seen here, but you also have grandmothers also, because in our place, grandmothers are left to take care of the orphans. Many parents have passed away. The grandmothers remain to take care of the children. I think you heard the testimonies here. They all talked about grandmothers, if you realized. My grandmother. It was my grandmother. It's the grandmothers who are helping. And I think that's important, that we really, really support this cause. So I want to take this opportunity right now, since our guests are back. Where's the microphone, the second microphone? To ask our poem people to get set. Introduce your name again and go for it. Please welcome our key poemist today. Thank you. Go for it.
Good morning once again. My name is Noah Cornelius. I'm in primary 4 class at Nyaka Primary School. I want to present a poem about Nyaka. Nyaka, Nyaka, Nyaka. Once we are lost in the world, with all sorts of grief, with no food, shelter, and clothing. But Nyaka came full of grace, turning our tears into joy. Nyaka, Nyaka, Nyaka. Our families had no hope for education. Everything was in darkness, but Nyaka became a bridge for a bright future. Nyaka pioneers are now doctors, lawyers, engineers, serving in different communities. To the donors, I don't know how I can express my gratitude to you. Your generosity brings peace of mind. Every single coin you give answers cries for orphans. Thank you, Dr. Jackson Kaguri, for initiating this program. Nyaka has created a difference around the world. Donate today, save a life. May God bless you all.
Wow, 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 wow. Just thank you. Put your hands together for him.
Once again. My name is Tumshera Princess. I am going to present the song. Kambagambire bajenzi okuzagwa jefuzi kane chobusasi nyowe kuna kuzire nkashanga njefuzi ntine tata ntine mama omukazo anyorire ni mukatata 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 we okambona bonesa kuyabirago yakaro aya eno gemwe agisiga aibare atoroye kuyabirago yakaro aya enogemwe agisiga aibare atoroye rera abandi bakoza nyowene nibare abandi bakoza nenibare mukatata 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 we ukambona bonesa kimukizo barimwe naye tike kanyima nkori kuzakushesha lero nagenda nashuma nanyegera nayiko akaguri nti munyambe bakangirire mbabazi bampereze bijaro bampereze ryo kujya banteko mwishomero ati nanye ndikabandi nimureba nshemerigwe mureke mbasibure mugendeje musibeje The sorrow which I have presented explains how many orphans suffer after the death of their parents. But for us, we were blessed by our guardian, Dr. Angel Jackson Kaguri, who had to be by our side. He has helped many people in breaking the chain of poverty by educating, empowering, transforming them to be what they are today. Thank you for coming once again, and may God bless you. I submit as Tumshere Princess.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Can we just have another hand clap for our psalmists today? Thank you so much. Lovely English, lovely, diction. Thank you for, and of course the song. It was started off very, very sad, but then ends with great hope that Nyaka brings. So I really, really want to thank you. I really want us to get right into fundraising, because many of you are busy people. You've got a busy day today, and it's really, let's have the microphone nearby. We are going to just take a leap of faith. We have our team that's going to be recording, so please do some recording of this. It is clear now that we need to support and keep this going. And so I want you to think, I usually say prayerfully, think about what you want to give, what you want to pledge. You may not have the money now, but you can pledge that money. Please think carefully how you can support. And I want to just say this one more time. Every amount of money counts. Anything that you put in this basket today counts. So don't imagine that, it must be of some amount. So I want to sort of go for almost a Chichiga approach, because these are Chichiga, I think you heard them speak, right? I'll get a microphone. I want to ask you to just feel free. If you represent an organization, an individual, you just raise your hand. You're going to just begin to place your pledge or your contribution, and we'll really appreciate. So we want to... Okay, so why not? So as we start, I guess, let me ask my sister Mercy to come, and who's the RG of URSB, to also say something and then kick us off, because I believe you also have a tight schedule this morning. So why don't we just welcome Mercy, and then we'll sort of ride it from there and take it on. So Mercy, go for it.
Thank you, my brother Collins. Good morning to you all. I recognize Reverend Benon and Mama. You made us in St. Francis Chapel at Macquarie University, and your dear daughter there. To all the donors and organizers, you are appreciated. As we continue to think about what we are going to support with, I felt that I should use this opportunity as you go through the thought process to make my presentation because I am needed by my minister at 10. I thank God for the invitation to this event. I got in touch with Nyaka many years ago, very many years ago. And I'd like to thank Dr. Jackson Kaguri, who has been our brand ambassadors everywhere in the world, and to all that have supported. I would like to appreciate the leaders that have organized this event. I would like to recognize my colleagues from Uganda Registration Services Bureau. Please stand up for recognition. I came with a team. As I leave, I'll leave them in charge. Please, you may take your seats. I always move with a delegation because it's part of our mentorship as leaders. But we also want to show these young people, these are the Balcony, Bugolobi, Bukoto kids, the planned kids that are in offices that do not understand where Kanungu is, apart from Rachel there, who is from Kisoro. So they need to know what is happening out there. And because we have also been strong in terms of corporate social responsibility, we work with every organization that transforms society. And we'll be making our pledge as an organization at an opportune time. As government, we have to first present it to the board, but it will come as an organization, but I'll also make my personal pledge. And Dr. Kaguri, my brother, knows that I always give in secret. So, but it's a good and strong one that will continue to support. I was asked just to highlight on the topic and the theme of today on lighting a candle. And this reminds me of a young man who lived with a grandmother, and suddenly in their residence, they ran out of power because they are using electricity. And this young man, out of fear, screamed to the grandmother, "What can we do? I fear darkness." And the grandmother reached out in their space where they kept their food items and found a small candle. And by a strike of a match, this grandma lit the short, small candle. And suddenly, what was dark became lit. And this gave the boy a lot of strength. This gave the young man a lot of energy, and it took away the fear that had been created by the darkness. And when this young man asked the grandmother, how come that such a small candle, such one match, can kill all the darkness in the room? And the grandmother's response was that you cannot fight the darkness. You can only light a candle to do away with the darkness. Many a times we associate with these moments of darkness. We associate with darkness in our communities, like this young child that was mistreated by the stepmother, these young doctors and lawyers and engineers and corporates and diplomats that had no hope. If their parents, if they had joined the darkness and stayed in the dark to lament, to say government, tetuyamba, every time we complain about government, but which government is here? It is us transform the nations. It is us individuals transform the nations, because our governments cannot provide everything for us. And we want to thank the vision bearers of this Nyaka. So like that young man, I'm also reminded of the statement, lighting a candle is actually a Chinese statement. And it makes us appreciate that when you are in a better place to take action, please do that. However small your action may be, like that small candle that was lit by the grandmother, please do that. However small your contribution may be, it will buy books, It will it will support the shelter that the young man was talking about. And as I was reflecting on this topic of today, and as you reflect on what you're going to give this morning, or the sponsorship that you're going to give to any of the students and the children that you may take on as a family, as individuals, as an association, I'm reminded of the 23rd Vice President of the USA. He mentioned during the recognition of Eleanor Roosevelt, who was one of the first ladies, he mentioned that this is Adlai Stevenson, that she would rather light a candle than curse the darkness. Her glow has warmed the world. Sometimes when we see darkness, we curse it. When we see potholes, we curse them. When we see children begging us for bread, we curse them. When we see people requesting and fundraising, we feel that it's an inconvenience. But they are supporting a cause. But what cause have you supported as an individual? As an individual that has had an opportunity to get education, to have a life, because sometimes we take life for granted. Many of us associate with some of these familiar statements of darkness, but how much darkness have you seen in our society and kept silent? We curse every day. We go behind the scenes. We post on TikTok and social media. We blackmail and we make so much noise about what is not going right. But what have you done to light a candle by doing one good thing? A candle may be small. That candle that was lit by that grandmother in that dark room, but it has profound impact. It signifies strength. A candle in your leadership spaces, because many of us are in leadership spaces and we face a lot of darkness. But what candles are we lighting? And you know that generally a candle does not lose any light when it lights another. So as I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, today's or this morning's fundraising, this morning sharing of the Nyaka Foundation projects and products, from the children to the grandmothers, to the community support, to education, to environment, and all the areas of focus, I want to invite you to support as much as you can. I want to invite you to support also within your communities, that even when it has been in Kanungu, this is something that is being replicated now in Busia and other places, Bukedia, and please participate. This is a model that is going to change our society when we empower our communities, because it is through our communities that we light candles. Let's not ignore that neighbor's child who has lost a parent. Let's not ignore that young person that may not have a job, just mentorship. You may not connect them to a job, but give them the skill. Give them the energy. Give them the support. Yesterday I had a conversation with a young lawyer, very smart lawyer, a son of one of the big ministers, a lawyer, and he has a very good mindset. And when we sat for 30 minutes, he said he has never had such a mentorship. Just the words that you speak can light the candle. The words that you speak to people, just encouraging them, telling them, what's your future? What do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? How can you be enabled? Can you do this course? Can I learn from you? Can you read this book? You're lighting a candle. But sometimes you sit with somebody and you ask yourself, why have I sat with this neighbor? Maybe it's time to turn to your neighbor and ask, what candle have you lit in your community? Just a second. What candle have you lit? Are you the only successful person in that village? Are you the only successful person in that job space? Are you the only successful person in that community? I'm also a Rotarian, and I speak in my own right as a past president of my Rotary Club, as a past assistant governor. I do a lot of charity. We have been approached by so many people. We have built schools, hospitals, But what community do you belong to? A community of people who hang out and eat life? Or a community of people, yes, who eat life, but you eat it with reason and leave some support? Can you make it a point that in 2025, in your budget, as you plan, because I know this is a period of planning for the next year, put a package for supporting community. If you cannot support a community, I don't think you'll get as many blessings as you're supposed to get. Make up your mind that even as you plan to buy that shoe, as you plan to construct that mansion, what is your corporate social or individual social responsibility budget like? What is your individual social responsibility plan like? So let's support communities. Let's make many nyakas as we light the candles. So as I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, every day we wake up into a world that is unknown, a world that is full of crime, a world that is full of negative people that as even you do the best for people, they are planning against you. A world that is full of crime. I was seeing the crime rate, police rate of 2023, defilement in homes, defilement in communities. Thousands of young people, young children have been defiled. Murder cases, cases of theft. It is the festive season. Know your neighbor. It is a festive season. So we have all these bad elements in society. But you, today, you need to choose to be different, to light that candle by supporting somebody that would be in a better place if you supported. Maybe it's time also to reflect on yourselves. You are not alone. There's a book, Never Eat Alone, by Kate Ferranzi. The principle in that book is, do not forget the people that lifted you. And thank you to those that have benefited through this project, that you're thanking the founders and you're thanking God for this. Thank you, Dr. Kagulu. We have met in many spaces. Even when I was in Harvard recently, we were together. You're my brother. When you come here, you check on me. I thank you for the vision. And while you are out, I say that my team will support. Actually, you should even support as individuals because I pay you well. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, they should also support as individuals. Individuals as a corporate, and I also support as individuals. I want to thank you very much. Thank you for making time for this. Let us open this fundraising. Let's open this fundraising. I'm starting it at 5 million from Uganda Registration Services Bureau for now. And then the individual contributions will come. Let us support our communities. Let us build, in Maryhill, we had us saying that you build the nation through girls' education. Let's build the nation through this community work. It is the one that is going to light our candles for the whole world. I thank you very much, and I say this for God and my country.
Can I request we give Mercy a big, big, big round of applause?
Thank you. I think, now I work for the government, the same government that she does, but I can safely tell you that Mercy is one of the coolest accounting officers the country has. Her approach, her encouragement, she's switched on, and she's actually talking to the masses, even on social media actively. So thank you, Mercy, for being a great example, and thank you for the pledge that we had here. I really wanted to spark off this fundraising, but I just want to allow Queen. Queen has walked up to me and asked to say something before we hit the fundraising, and I thought to myself, who am I to pause? And when the Queen speaks, so the Queen, in about 3 minutes, I'm sure you can do it. Let's have the microphone. Let me have the mic, just this microphone here. So Queen, would you like to address your people? What's the word for the people? Subjects. Please address your subjects today. As everybody prepares that. Mercy, thank you so much. At least you've left us with the payroll team here. And thank you again for your pledge. Thank you. God bless. Queen.
The directors, CEOs, business community, my fellow children, and all practical observed, receive my morning salute. Thank you so much for inviting me, even though my job doesn't pay me much salary. Sad, I know. It is full of love, charity, and big dreams for children, the environment, and wildlife. The theme is Light a Life. Lighting a life for a child in need. I love the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And you know what? This room is a village. When I say it takes a village to raise a child, you say the village is here. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child. But thanks to Nyaka Global, you have created a village today and forever, like the next generation. But here is the problem. There are still so many children in darkness. The darkness means no hope, no food, poor health, no house, and no protection from violence. For some, it is losing parents. For others, it is gender-based violence. It hurts both our bodies and souls. Children can't grow in the dark. We need light. So this is how you can help children, supporting in education. Help a child in need to go to school so that they can grow up healthy, happy, and smart. Support creativity. Let's express ourselves through singing, like how my friend here, Princess, you saw how she was singing. Through singing, dancing, playing, and also writing. It will make us shine like a candle. Build skills for life. Teach us entrepreneurship skills. And also our grandmothers can teach us very many skills. Like my grandmother has taught me how to make chapatis, make mandazi, and the world is moving too fast that children don't want to be left behind. Protect children. Protect us from violence. Listen to us when we are scared or uncomfortable. And believe us when we speak to you. Before I finish, I want to remind you that lighting a life also means protecting nature. Please plant a tree and stop plastic pollution. Healthy soils grow food for both human beings and wild animals. If we protect nature, we will light up a life for the next generation. Take your light with you. When you live here today, now, don't let your light stay in this room. Take it to the world with a smile, a kind word, a kind word, or a decision. To help a child can change everything, as they say. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. So light up as many lives as you can. I was able to collect 250 Ugandan shillings by the help of my friend to buy books for children that was sent to Nyaka Mobile. Thank you, and may God bless you for God and my country, Uganda.
Whoa. Please rise up and... She confirms it's 250,000 shillings already sent. Thank you so much, Queen. The eloquence, the ability to go off the cuff and come back to the script is, Jackie, you have a serious lawyer, a public speaker, you influencer right here. You need to connect with Jackie right there, right? You must go and say hi and just leave her your contact. All right? So, and Jackie will be coming to say something right after this fundraising. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we've taken longer than we thought, but I think it was important for you to have these preambles, and I really want to thank you for being here. Now, the gist of it, we really need to give. And I want to just take this opportunity to ask people, as you are led, as you feel, to just maybe mention a name and a pledge or contribution, and that will be really appreciated. We have a team that's recording right at the back, So we know, understand the cause. We won't even play a video. Usually there are all sorts of things. You have heard the testimonies. So why not? So I want to ask whoever would like to come first to just raise up their hand. And I believe, Gava, you can help to move the microphone. Okay.
These USB people, they are both set the ball rolling.
Yeah.
People, can we clap for Team USB? Energize them, energize them.
Yeah, USB, yeah, feel free, but yeah, do you want to start? Yeah, that's actually the purpose. You just communicate your pledge, name and pledge.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark Tugume, I will sponsor 4 water tanks.
Wow. Can you quantify that?
Sorry?
4 water tanks is?
The math, 55 times 4.
Yeah. That's about 220. Yes. Thank you so much. Please, thank you so much.
People, our way of thanking people that give is by clapping, not looking at them.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, good morning. My name is Gabriel Aropu, and I will sponsor 3 tanks.
3
water tanks.
Water tanks, yeah. Let me have 3 water tanks. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Yeah.
My name is Rachel Nirinjie. I will sponsor 2 water tanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Cindy Maureen. This is my 100,000 shillings.
You're all set. Cash. Thank you. Just please, Gava, you can receive for now. I want to ask a team, part of the team, to just come and walk right behind him. We'll be collecting and receipting. Please go ahead, in the interest of time. Microphone. Yeah. We'll be quick.
Good morning.
Yeah.
My name is Andrew Patrick Mukuye.
Yeah.
I'll also do 4 water tanks.
4 water tanks. Thank you. We're recording. No worry. Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Nabatanzi Miriam, pledging 3 water tanks.
Thank you. Can you put our hands together for the USB team? You have not disappointed. Thank you so much. And God bless you. There was a gentleman here who had put up his hand. Please do. Please do. And I'm going to ask, feel free to just raise your hand.
Good morning, team.
Hi.
My name is Ojambo Donosio, and I work with Bilp Initiative Uganda. We have a team.
Yeah.
Just
say
can
that
you just
again?
stand up for recognition?
You work for? Just slowly?
Bilp Initiative Uganda.
Bilp.
We are from Busia.
Oh, the Busia. Oh, wow. Busia.
Just raise up. Just raise up. We have our executive director, James Magero. We have our board member in charge of finance, Stephen Ojambo. And we have Edward. Edward is in charge of communications. And we have Olumbe is chief operations manager, and I'm the programs manager.
Thank you.
Bilp will support 3 million shillings to the construction of grandmother's
house.
Besides that,
3 million, thank you.
We are going to contribute another 4 million on top of 1 million that has been already been contributed towards the development. We welcome you in Busia. Thank you, Jackson, and thanks everyone. 3 million plus 4 million.
Yeah.
Already 1 million is already in.
Thank you so much. Please clap for them. 3 million plus 4 million and 1 million shillings already in. The Busia team, let's just give another hand clap to them. Thank you. I want to request, please do. Yes, Governor.
I don't understand. If you are not giving and you're not clapping, why are you here? At least do 1 or 2 things. You are not yet giving, at least clap for those who are doing what? Collins, we can go.
I thought I was a Muchiga, but now this one is something. So we should take you to Kanongo or Chigezi. Yeah, please feel free. I mean, today is, you understand the cause, please.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you everyone that made it this morning. And my name is Mark Anthony Kakuba. I'm here with my family. And on behalf of the Kakubas, we're pledging $500.
Oh, thank you. $500, that should be to about 1.8. Guess what? That covers a child for primary school. Slightly over what we need to cover a child, sending a child to primary school. So thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. I want to take the same cue right now as anybody else has. Yeah, their hands right there. Thank you. We'll keep flowing in the interest of time, please. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
My name is Musisi. I'm here as a member of the Gurus. My fellow Gurus, Richard and Grace.
Gurus, yes.
We're a group focused in youth mentorship, and we're contributing 1.1 million to support a grandmother at construct a pit latrine.
Yes, 1.1. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Let me have some hands, please. Let me have some hands.
Ask your neighbor, what are you doing? Ask your neighbor, what are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, there's a hand right there. Thank you. Let me have some other hands so that we can come to you right after that hand. Any other hands? Okay.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
My name is David Adoke. I work with Child's Eye Foundation. We're a partner of Nyaka.
Yes.
And we've actually scaled up Nyaka's grandmother project.
Wow.
In one of the districts here, which is in PG. I bring love and greetings from our CEO and our board. We are really pleased that Nyaka is one of our partners, and we've learned so much from them. This has really been a very eye-opening event for us. So I'm here with my team. I want to introduce them. We have Bright, who is our head of finance. We have Emmanuel, who is one of our project managers and is actually the one managing the project in Impigi that is supporting grandmothers. We also have Doris, who is our communications coordinator. And we have a friend of Child's Eye. She's called Miriam Nkusi. She also wants to become a friend of Nyaka. So from Child's Eye, we pledge a humble 1 million towards the support of this event. And I also make a personal pledge of 300,000.
Madam, are you putting up your hand? I thought I wanted to be sure that you are raising. It's not by mistake.
Good morning. My name is Linda, Mrs. Lutalo, and Mr. and Mrs. Lutalo will contribute 500,000 to the panel, the solar panel.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there are more hands. And by the way, even as a table, I want to encourage table. Yeah, OJ, please.
Yeah, thank you very
Mr.
much,
Jambo. Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
My name is Stephen Ojambo. I think I've already been introduced.
Yeah.
I belong to Bilp Initiative as a board member.
Okay.
I think I've already communicated as management. Now I want to associate with the Nyaka personally as what Collins has said, OJ, as OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've associated with Nyaka for quite some time. With the people of Kanungu, with the, you call him director, Jackson.
Yeah.
With some there smiling in white. So I'm at home. So I want to make a personal contribution towards a pit latrine for a grandmother.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That goes a long way. That goes a long way. I've seen that come in very, very handy. The things we take for granted. Yes, and we're recording, aren't we? Semper? Yeah, thank you.
Good morning.
Yes.
My name is Sharon Tumshave, CEO, founder of 2 companies, Legacy Hills. I've come with a crew from Soul Events Africa. We have an event this Saturday at Protea. We're contributing 1.2 million.
Wow.
The Soul and R&B experience. Please come join us.
Thank you.
And I'm the pioneer of Nyaka.
Ah.
The first benefactor of Nyaka is right here.
Oh.
So if you're looking for success, just Google Sharon Tumushabe and you give Jackson his flowers.
Wow. The results are evident. Thank you so much. 1.2.
Jackson, I must tell you have done well. And Sharon is also my financial advisor.
Wow.
So Nyaka has done wonders. Can we clap for the team once again?
Thank you. Any other hands? Yes, yes, please. Please do. Oh, let me get
I came with my team today. She's the head of our generosity, my mother, and my father is the program officer for prayers. So we are going to buy 10 water tanks for grandmothers.
10 water tanks. Thank you so much. So it is the Mugara, how do you call it? It's a team. It's team. Okay. 10 water tanks, thank you. By the way, I want to thank Gloria right there on that table. Gloria over Mnonga, you. Thank you for hosting our children, please. She's been hosting our children as they're here. So people give in all sorts of ways. Thank you for opening up your home. Yes, another.
Yes, my name is Miriam Nkusi.
Yes, Miriam.
And in my personal capacity, I would like to sponsor 5 water tanks for our grannies.
Yes, more water tanks. Thank you so much. Any other hands? Yes, there's a hand right here. Okay, then you'll be next. Thank you, guys. There's the momentum. Thank you.
I'm Joseph
Yes.
from Hope Shine Uganda. I'm here with my team.
Yeah.
And Jackson I really admire you so much. And I recently had a chance to meet him for the first time. And we had dinner twice in Dallas, Texas. And it was really a big pleasure. And so me and my team, we are supporting a survivor of sexual and gender-based violence with 1 million.
1 million, thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. There's a hand right here. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Name and contribution. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Benjamin Bihira. I'm here representing Adenfield CPA. We have done some work with Nyaka Foundation. We're really proud of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And on behalf of my team and I, even those who are not here, we are supporting with both a kitchen and a pit latrine for the grandmothers.
Wow. So I'll ask the secretarial team to feel free to also get contact numbers along the way, just to make your collections easier, because I'm sure you're going to be looking for names after this. So kindly try to get the contact numbers. Yes, we're getting some good momentum. Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
My name is Pamon Prosi. I'm from AAR Health Services, the leading medical insurance company. Can you clap for that?
Yeah, of course.
We've been friends of Nyaka for a very, very, very long time, and would like to continue in this journey. For the grandmothers, we'll be contributing 1 million Uganda shillings.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. To the grandmothers, there's a microphone requirement there, right there. Thank you so much. I'm told tables can even have a quick discussion there and
Good
see what
morning,
you can
team.
raise as a table. Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Anloy Muchala Isiko, CEO Home of Wellness. I would like to thank Jackson. He welcomed my brother in the States, and he has been looking after him ever since 10 years plus.
Wow.
I refer to him as my oldest brother now, Jackson. And I would really like to appreciate you in this moment. It's not something I take for granted. And I would like to support the grandmothers with 4 water tanks. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to give, Jackson. I can see it being paid forward. What a blessing. Any others? Yes, there's a hand right at the back there. Let me say that my family and I have been greatly blessed by Jackson. Greatly blessed over the years. So I also want to take this opportunity to give on behalf of the Barugahara family 1.5 million shillings. It should go to the grandmothers. He knows why grandmothers are important for us. So that will go to the grandmothers. So I will pass on my pledge. Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
Yes.
My name is Finella Wamala Chimera. I work with Absa Bank that earlier on in the year sponsored the Girl Child.
Wow.
Nyaka was one of the beneficiaries of the Girl Child run that Absa had run. But today I'm here as Finella Wamala Chimera, not purely on behalf of my employer. And I'm here with my husband, Stephen Chimera. So
Thank you, Chimeras.
as the Chimeras, we would like to pledge 300,000 and commit to walk this journey forward with Nyaka.
Thank you. We actually encourage people to also think of a consistent giving. You may not have it all now, but you could pledge to a monthly You could pledge to a quarterly. You could pledge to an annual. So there are different bands for which you can give and commit. So thank you, the Chimeras. Yes.
Good morning once again.
Yes, doctor.
This is Nwavine Hillary.
Could you say doctor first? Just say doctor.
Dr. Nwavine Hillary.
Yes, you've earned it, huh?
Yep. So on my behalf, I'm contributing 1 water tank, and then the table is putting 2 more.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I want to just announce, there's a microphone right there, a hand, sorry. I want to say that I'll ask my friends to run around this. There are little notepads on your tables. If you're not very comfortable or you feel you'd rather write, that's okay. Just write and then pass it on to us. We'll announce it. And we're happy to, as long as you give us a contact, we'll keep the contact anonymous and we'll still announce it. So please do look at your table. There are some notepads right there. Take a moment to write this down. And as we continue, if you're at a table and you want to come together, talk quickly and make a table contribution, that's also okay. But we have notepads right on your table. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
My name is Nahawe Brian, and I'm here with my wife, Asiimwe Hilda.
Wow.
We are contributing 300,000.
Thank
and
you.
I've had a privilege to talk to Mr. Jackson. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Yes. Any others? And feel free. Yes, another one. Sorry. I'm near you too.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Kanyesje. I work with Kukuza Education, formerly Como Learning Centers. I'm here with Pauline Picho, who happens to be our board member and executive director, Nama Wellness Community Center. We three here, we pledge 4 water tanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Barbara.
Yes, good morning. My name is Shaban Mawanda Juko. My invitation here was in personal capacity, but I come from the Red Cross movement, so I will not commit my institution. I was invited by my longtime colleague and friend, Christine here. Probably she knows that as the Red Cross, definitely I've been with the Red Cross movement for over 3 decades. So that's almost part of my life. So when you talk about bringing hope to those in need, you can imagine that I would resonate based. I love charity, and from my personal capacity, I will contribute 1 million shillings, but I would love to talk more to Nyaka and see, I have some proposals in mind. For instance, those who are here, could we also make a proposal that we can come as corporate members of Nyaka and possibly say, to be a corporate member, you need to pay 1 million shillings per year. I think that's a sustainable fundraising strategy for Nyaka. Thank you very much.
I don't know. Thank you so much. I didn't get the gentleman's name. Shaban. Shaban, thank you so much for that proposal. As board chair, I think that's a proposal that we have to take up seriously. I just have to say I am overwhelmed, ladies and gentlemen, in all your capacity. But before I just say my simple pledge, I would like to recognize Dr. Rebecca Gordon, Mark's wife, who's our incoming board member for the US board. Thank you very much. I have to say the journey to actually fundraise in Uganda, this is our 2nd fundraiser, and to see a room as full as this, like I was saying, I was just in tears that we are truly, truly overwhelmed because Nyaka Global is truly home. The fact that each and every one of you has actually touched in your wallet to give towards a Ugandan project as a Ugandan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In my personal capacity, I'm very passionate about children, so I will give 1 million towards the primary the primary school project, and we cannot wait to continue walking this journey with you, because if you're not helping community, you're not helping yourself thrive. Thank you.
Barbara Chair. Yes, Sam, you want to?
Thank you so much. My name is Samuel Mugisha. For 500,000, I am going to request a karango. As I give a speech, maybe I'll use like 2 or 3 minutes as I do this, as I use my 500,000. I am part of the seed, the light that started in Nyaka. I come from the same village. Me and Jackson, we throw stones at each other and they can reach. So when Nyaka started, he was in the US, I was the postmaster. The money comes, I pick it, jump on the bus and take for the bricks. So up to now, I'm still here. I am the managing director of Big Tours. So I know the story of Nyaka from before, at the beginning, in the middle, and now, and in the future. Of course, it is emotional, I can talk and talk. But one of the things actually that where we are, the graduates, when they graduate, one of the things they come to us now, we want jobs. So part of the things that we do to inspire the children that we take through Nyaka is what we ourselves are doing. I'm a tour operator. I continue to work with Nyaka. At one point, we were supporting, sponsoring some students. We still continue to. But one of the things that we are doing is to create jobs, to create projects that some of the Nyaka systems can benefit from, or we work in partnership. And one of those is we do dried bananas. We do processed coffee from Kanungu, one of the best coffee you can ever taste. And these projects, we are doing them right in Kanungu. These bananas that you see, we process them, high quality bananas, and we export them to Japan. The suppliers are the grandmothers, some of the grandmothers. If any one of you has been to Nyaka, these bananas are from that Enengo Valley banana. We process them high quality. You can send these bananas to any part of the world. So we have entered into a partnership with Nyaka that for the sales that we are going to make today, 10% will go to Nyaka. So we have a lot of them there. Please, before you go home, make sure that you buy these bananas, you buy these pineapples, you buy this coffee. Yeah, you buy this coffee, and remember that by buying, you're supporting Nyaka. I want to give these 2 packets to our MC to really test and be sure. Yeah, you can begin now, so that really we know what we are selling. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Please clap for Sam. And we also received the 500,000. Those are almost, how many tanks? Close to 9 point something. So thank you very much. I'll be opening my, there's pineapple slices. There's also banana slices.
Collins.
Yes.
I'm also your MC.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Of course. Let me start, then I'll see how it goes. Are there any hands here as I begin my pineapple slices? There's a hand. Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, everyone. My name is Leila Kamlega. I came in the capacity of AAR Health Services. Personally, this is not an advert, but I own a deco company, and I would love to contribute 200,000 to the cause. Nyaka AIDS has been our client for so many years. I've been in AR close to 14 years, so I've had Nyaka. So the reason why I'm making my contribution is because Nyaka supported us for over 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I can confirm right now that this is a rare banana slice. Rare. It's not the usual gonja. So all set to go. Every pack that you take for your children or your people at home, pineapple and banana will have a contribution going to Nyaka. So thank you very much, Samuel. The price is how much? I'm coming. How much? 10,000. So every pack is 10,000. So please pick 10,000 only. So please pick some packs as you go out. Gloria.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yeah, I'm called Gloria once again. Gloria Mulisa, right from Nyaka Jezi. Actually, Jackson and Christine, and they are part of my family. We share a lot together. We've grown up together. We've stayed together. So we have a history behind us. Actually, in short, I'm part of Nyaka. Number two, I'm the daughter of Frida Biaurachiria, who was the first headmistress of Nyaka. Yep. Nyaka has done a lot for us, but what I remember, my mom and two grandmothers were facilitated by Nyaka to travel to Canada and America. I remember, imagine 3 grandmothers on their way to Canada, to America, all the way from Nyaka Jezi. So that's Nyaka for you. Wow. Secondly, Nyaka has done a lot in our family. We have vulnerable children in our family who have been supported by Nyaka. One of them is Dennis Mujisha, currently an engineer. He's doing most of the work at Nyaka, construction work at Nyaka, and is taking most of the construction works in Kanungu. Engineer Dennis Mujisha now, courtesy of Nyaka, is one of the prominent engineers in Kanungu. So that's Nyaka for you. In another capacity, I'm here as an ED from Kanungu Girls Network. Nyaka is one of our partners in community development. We've worked together, we've supported each other, we'll keep supporting, and we always support. So with that, we'll support with 3 tanks for the grandmothers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless you so much. Now, I will be inviting Jackie right now to say and present something, even as the others continue to note down your pledges. Please take this moment, note down, and then we'll just wrap up and collect these pledges. Just feel free to write down your contact and this. But let me ask, is there any other one hand that wants to speak on the microphone? Yes. There are 2 hands? Yeah. Okay. Let's take these 2, and then Jackie will be coming up. So very briefly, your name and pledge.
Do I go first?
Yeah.
Danson Kamuchisha is my name.
Yeah.
An ordinary farmer from Ateenyi. And a few minutes ago, one of my friends called Abel Kagumire, a commissioner with the Ghana Revenue Authority, executive and operations, left a pledge of 500,000.
Thank you.
As an individual from one of his projects called BZB Primary School.
Oh, lovely.
And on my own behalf, I pledge 1 million shillings.
Wow, thank you. I like the way you said just an ordinary farmer. We hope we have more ordinary farmers here to give us 1 million shillings. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Uganda is actually built on your industry, so thank you. There was another hand there, yeah. If there's any other, then we'll... Oh, Jackson? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard, and I'm from Conservation Through Public Health.
Yeah.
Thanks for the good work being done. We will come in with 9 water tanks. Thanks.
9. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are really at the tail end of our program, but I want to call up Jackie. I should be calling her Auntie Jackie, but because I was trying to remain a director and some official MC, but she's actually my auntie, so I should be kneeling down right now. So as I just introduce her right now, please feel free to just note down. We'll be picking up these notes. You can actually wave and we'll pick them up. But please do write down your pledge, and everything counts. everything counts. If you feel like being a corporate member, by the way, the 1 million you mentioned is about 83,000 a month, 83.3. So if you can do 85,000 a month, you can actually raise 1 million shillings every year for Nyaka as a corporate member. So please feel free to just note that down, put your contact down, and we'll take it from there. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to just introduce my auntie Jacqueline Asiimwe to just come and give us one of our last items before we close. Thank you so much. Jackie.
Good morning, dear humans. Some people are surprised. Oh, I'm a human. Good morning, humans. Yes, good morning. I'm a human. It's an honor to be here. My mother is from Kambuga. I saw that one of the graduates, Mark, is my relative, actually my nephew. Jackson is a dear friend. And there are lots, there are lots of touch points throughout history about this story. And that's the beauty about what we're doing today, because every story has a creation moment. Every story has a creation moment. In order to get us here today, someone had to think this, to create this in their mind and start us on this journey. The very earth on which we are stepping today, in which we live, has a creation moment. And when I was thinking about what to talk about in terms of lighting a life, I went back to that moment of the creation story. For those that believe the Bible account, one of the first things that was created was light. With just 4 words, let there be light. And a whole earth was born. Life was born. The curtain was open. Let there be light. And I want us to say those words and have them sink in our minds. Let. You don't sound convinced though. Can we say it more powerfully? And I started to ponder each of these words because it's easy to say them and repeat them, and it's a Bible story and we all know it and we all went to Sunday school, we even passed, we are here. But if we take each word one by one, the word let, just to think and ponder on the word let. To let is to allow, is to give permission, is to open, is to, what are the other words? Is to unlock. Let. And I want you to understand that this exercise that we've been doing isn't just raise your hand and let's get, no. Understand the power of what you are doing is letting. You are opening, you are expanding. You're making possible by let. So next time you give, understand the power of the act of your generosity. Let. And when we say there is directional. There is a place. There is location. And what are we doing here? We are saying let our generosity go there. Where is the there? There is Nyaka. There is schools. There is libraries. There is grandmothers. There is water. There is life. So when we give, our giving has direction. Let there. Do you see how powerful it is? Let, you're allowing, you're opening, you're expanding, you're releasing. There, you're directing it to where it should go. Let there. Moreover, there is also through time. The beautiful thing I love about Nyaka is that it's an intergenerational story and space. The there is both now and to come, before us and after us. That is where our giving is going. Let there. Do you hear me, people? Yes. Can we say it? Let say it with the deep conviction of what you are doing. When we say the word be people is identity. Be is completeness. Be is freedom. If someone tells you just be. So when we say let there be, we are saying that by our generosity, we are opening, we are expanding, we are releasing directionally that freedom, abundance, identity may arise. Let there be. Guys, I want you to say it with me. Louder than that, I'm sure. We are a village. The Queen told us we are a village. What is your giving calling into being? Understand the power of your generosity. And when we say light, oh my goodness, light is life-giving. Light is revealing. Light is to show. Light enables. Light visualizes. Light is growth. Light reaches. Have you ever been in dark Kanungu and you see a light? Because it reaches far. Light enables impact. So when you're lighting a life, you're not doing a simple thing. Let there be. Do you understand me, people? May the eyes of your, may the light of your inner heart be open to what I am sharing. Let what we're doing this morning is not simple. It has such profound impact. And let there be light, as Mercy told us, is also a cause, a reminder to scatter darkness. And part of the darkness that we are scattering is oppression, discrimination, stigma that arises from being an orphan, that arises from being an older person, that arises from coming from far. We know how we laugh at them, don't we? So those are all the things that we are saying. When we say, let there be light, we are also saying, let there be no injustice. And that too is an act of generosity. And when we are saying, let there be light, it's also a call to yourself to say, I shall not be a partaker or bringer of darkness. I shall not be corrupt. I shall not eat money meant for roads for children to go to school. I shall be a person of integrity. When I see a child suffering, I shall speak out. When there is injustice, it stops with me because I'm a tear down things, right? Let there be light is also a charge to absolutely refuse darkness. Let there be light. And finally, because we're in a season of celebration, Christmas, one of the things I absolutely love about Christmas is that there are lights everywhere. If you live in Kampala, try driving around at night. You'll just see the abundance of lights on buildings and upon buildings and in homes. Because that's what light does. It beautifies, it calls us to celebrate, and it gives hope. So when we're giving, that's what we're doing. We're beautifying spaces, places, people. We are celebrating, causing joy, and we're also giving hope. People, let understand it. And may we give with reverence that we are co-creating with the creator of all. We are allowing and letting there to be light. How many of us have phones that have lights? If we can switch on those lights, I'd like us to do one last thing together. It won't overshow, but let's try. Hold them high as we can, and we're going to shout 3 times, let there be light, okay? If you don't have a phone with a light, grab the neighbor's hand and light together, and we're going to say together, let there be light. Again. Loudest. Let there be light. Go light a life, people. Thank you so much.
Whew. So I invited the kids. Jack, you need to stay here for a minute. Come. Alumni, come up, please. You accepted to be here with the minister.
Alumni
of Nyaka. Come on, potential ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for enduring our program, overturning our program and standing with the keynote. Sharon, I need you here too. Sharon Tumushave, Christine Kasime, where are you? And this organization runs with a lot of people who work every single day. Jennifer Nantali, stand up, please. Jennifer Nantali is a Musoga lady from far away from here. And she led this organization full time. This is her 13th year. Clap for her harder. And I will tell you why. Because we have rampant corruption in some of the areas in Uganda, our American donors thought Jennifer Nantali is my sister, that I had hired my sister to run the organization. And our staff members who are here, you stand up. Christine, our interim country director. Raise your hand, Amanda, hi. Raise your hand, people, those who traveled from Kanungu. Ladies and gentlemen, these are men and women who do the work every day, and I get credit. Raise them high, please. Thank you for the work you've done. Grandmother is here. And children, come here. You are the ones. Come on. And when Jackie was speaking, you've heard from the minister, you've heard from Master Kainobwisho, you've heard from Corinne, but you come, Corinne's mom spoke at Harvard University in May, ladies and gentlemen, representing grandmother at Harvard University. Offie, please come up. Come to Uncle Jack. That's my other baby. I have 4 children. I am a sarongo. Nobody has mentioned it all day today. Full sarongo. Takes a lot of energy to make twins. Now let me say what I want to say quickly so we can let you out of here. Jackie, thank you for speaking and being our closing. When Jackie was speaking, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether he paid attention to his mom and dad. Can you stand up, please? Mama Jackie, Reverend, man of God, they were the happiest people in the moment their first daughter was speaking the words from the Bible, manifesting light, right? I saw the dad going, that's my girl. Go ahead and inspire them, daughter. I'm so proud of you. I saw mom going, I carried you. I made you who you are. I'm so proud of you. Right? And they have more children. This is not the only one. Thank you for coming today. And I'm going to use your story as our closing remark here. Jackie, you are so proud of mom and dad. Jackie is a lawyer. She's an author. She wrote a book, Facing Mountains, recently. You should all get a copy. You can sit down, mom and dad. The reason I'm using that example, every single child in this world deserves parents who will sit and watch and say, that's my baby. Let that sink in. Did you hear me? Every single child deserves that moment that mom and dad had today. Unfortunately, Sharon, whose brother was my first brother, Frank Tumushale, will never have that moment they just had. He passed away before that moment comes. Before Dad knew that Sharon would start an investment company, that was denied because of death. You are not hearing me. Every woman and child deserves to stand and see mom and dad shaking their head, saying, thank you, Jesus, that's my child. He will never see that. Hillary, who refuses to call himself a doctor, after qualifying for 5 years in medical school, still misses mom and dad. Can't even say I'm a doctor. I need to preach. The man cannot say he's a doctor when he's a doctor because the trauma of losing his mom and dad still reigns at, how old are you? 30 years. He stands there, looks at all of you, looks at Jackie's mom and dad, and go, I wish. You didn't know you're coming to preach. I wish mom and dad could see me as a doctor. My grandmother is 112. I went and treated him, but mom and dad were not there. That is here, one by one, 9,600,000 children. Off here calls me Uncle Jack Jack. Tell them, who is your favorite person in the world?
Uncle Jack Jack.
Ofi has mom and dad. Raise your hand. Mark Kakuba went to United States, married himself a Mzungu lady. The product is who? Ofi. Flew all the way from the United States. Rebecca's dad, the old man who had never been on a plane to the entire continent of Africa. They are seated there with their daughter, and they are looking at speech by speech, going, we are so proud of our office. Go back to mommy. You will know your favorite person now. My point is, for these children, Nyaka is the mom and the dad. For Sharon, you are crying. It's all right. You can cry. Sharon's mom is still alive. But dad is not there. I became the dad. And now, those girls didn't know. You didn't know the story when she said uncle. Go back and sit down, it's okay. Will you see this girl? That's my brother, how he looked. When she walks, you think you are looking at Mushabe Frank. The aunt is here, Senga, you can go back and sit. Proud mother and grandmother. We have another sister who is not here, Faida, and I'm the last born. Our mother taught us to love one another and to give back to community. That's why we have these products. I'm so proud of you. I know you miss mom and dad, but we created a community to love you, to care for you, and to educate you. Grandmother, thank you for taking care of children. Sam also misses mom and dad. Sam's dad and mom passed away before Nyaka started. The reason he got on that bus carrying pencils, part of it is entrenched on What I didn't have, I'll give it to somebody else. You can all go back. Thank you so much. Jackie's mom, thank you for being here so I can use this example. I want now to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still sparing money to drink wine and beer, do not leave your eyes from the children you just met. Somebody, Professor Mondoka Gonya, one time said, Jackson goes around the world begging. Fundraising is a joy. Mama Jolly, Wabirukamu, lost his son, first son. And Emma Mugisha, firstborn, just like Jackie, the firstborn, said to Mom, you need to go and sit with grandmothers who have lost 9, 10 children and be the light in their lives. She started grandmother's program. That's why she went to Harvard to speak. Mama Jolly lost his last son recently. It was in the news and people are sharing it around the world, and I said, some of us, this is our son. Nyaka is not only giving to children, it's also giving to us. To both brothers, Corin. Corin has been an MC from when Nyaka started. He's a busy man. He works with Chris Baryomunsi. You need to pledge for your boss. He works with Chris Baryomunsi. He's the head of e-government. I thank you. Now, let me do what I do best. I never go begging. I am a confident man. I am a salongo. I ask money for others to have an opportunity. You RBS, thank you for coming. Write more on that paper. Now you know you are the parents, underfield, auditors, and this whole table. We thank you for coming. When you get home, write more. Busia is where we are going, you man. Now the minister took me outside and said, you can't go to Busia, you have also to pass by Masindi. We are coming. Corporate responsibility. I like the idea, we are going to implement it. We start with the URA. URA takes all your taxes, they need to give back. Alumni, go change the world, you have no excuse. If you want to go to Harvard, apply. Your dad has done his part. We've built a foundation. Now go become the citizen. You who work for my daughter, you saw how she cried? Give her a hug every single day. Every single what? Don't worry, she's in her high heels and make contributions. There are more opportunities and blessings in giving than receiving. Rachel, who I didn't introduce here, heads our Nyaka Canada. Stand up, Rachel. Nyaka Canada representative up here. Now don't go around asking her for a visa to Canada, please. Ask her, how can I be involved? We have a student in Canada, ladies and gentlemen, one of the pioneers, Shira. If we have to tell you a story of Nyaka, we'll be here all night. But Nyaka Canada, Nyaka UK is not here, but Bilp, more money. Professor Ogola, Justice Ogola served on our board. Justice Ogola traveled to Nyaka and opened our clinic when he was still sitting justice. And the seeds he planted continue to be there. We're going to plant them in Busia. The gurus have heard you are good at mentorship, you are good alumni. If anybody's not clapping, you're the ones who are supposed to clap and go, woo! You. That is the only payment. The gurus are mentors, right? And they are going to come and they give money, and they are going to give more money, and they are going also to give their knowledge. This man here flew to Texas, and the people who work with him said, we want to be like Nyaka. Nyaka has produced many babies. Even my ex-wife has an organization that's a baby of Nyaka. Generosity of giving comes from Nyaka, and this is one of our babies right here. We will continue to guide you and point you in the right directions. Our staff members, you need to stand again. Headmaster, secondary school, Iko Upper, internet and libraries in the rural village, the man who travels in every district working with the grandmothers, right here, Sunday, the superstar. You need to buy a poster that has her picture, right here. Christine Kasime, the staff members who take care of money, we thank you. Brian, we just met. You married a sister. Where is she? Oh, you are the one. This is the wife. And the relatives, they just got to know about Nyaka, but they are supporting Nyaka wholeheartedly. Programs officer in charge of the field, right here. Headmistress of Nyaka Primary School, Lydia's daughter, ladies and gentlemen. Lydia started with, she was the third hire for Nyaka organization. 17 years, 18 now. 18 years later, she could go work in any private school in this world. She stays with Nyaka. Her daughter, who was born in my hands, don't start imagining things. Koshaba just graduated from Chambogo University, and she was the one holding the mantle for the dean. She's also a climate change advocate who became an ambassador for the day. This is the mother. She opened the door for all people to have twins in the Nyaka organization. Now Sarongo, Jennifer is Narongo, Prudence is Narongo, and all the graduates are going to be Narongos. Our new hires, UWEV. I want to introduce Bajenzi, King Bajenzi, who is behind the machines. All our program is on YouTube Live. You can see it again. King is a man with machines, and his man, Toshi, was taking pictures. Christine, I introduced to you. Protea, you've done a good job. Protea gave us 2 extra tables. This table is called Charles I Foundation. You heard about Charles I. Nkusi, they told me to meet you, so we are going to meet after. Chris Mwanguzi, who is in the UK, served on our board for Nyaka UK. You heard about Nyaka Uganda today. We have Nyaka UK, Nyaka Canada, Nyaka USA, Nyaka Kanungu, Nyaka Rubanda. Now it's going to be Nyaka Busia. There's going to be Nyaka, since the minister asked, Nyaka Masindi. We want to Nyaka everywhere, Nyaka Congo, Nyaka Brazil, Nyaka Russia, Nyaka Ukraine. Because we have tested the model and we know it works. That's why it was implemented right here. Thank you for your leadership and for everything you've done. This one, we grew up together. Whole accountant, he told you he's a farmer. He's a UN. Danson works for United Nations, ladies and gentlemen. Danson is an accountant. He didn't tell you also he's connected to Underfield. And when Sam was speaking, I was reminded of also a man called Sempa Abubakar. Sempa, who was there traveling with Sam, CPA, who has led all our accounting. We've never lost a penny in our history. AAR, I know you were here. We've given you so much money in insurance. Bankers, you've taken a lot. But look, when Sam Mugisha tells you about coffee, this is international standard branding. Whenever I take this coffee to United States, Starbucks has no say. But because of restrictions, we are not yet able to export it, but we will get there. After educating all these branding ambassadors, Wasesa, I see you. Sigo Family Foundation funds us and funds so many organizations that we are represented here. So get your coffee, get a book. Thank you for coming. God bless you. This work is not about Jackson, Kaguri. It is God's work. We need to give him glory. We need to thank him. And God works through people. And those people are you, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you. Do we have anything else, Corinne, we want to conclude with? You are good. You hear Corinne's voice and his boss, Dr. Chris Badiomunsi, my classmate, who is now a boss, will have to send his pledge. This is his home. When he got sick, he went to the hospital next to us. His relatives are in our schools. Gloria just left. Kanungu has a lot of people. Big people. But we are all called to do something. So many people say if we had many Jacksons, God has his own plans. He's working through me and people are contributing. So let's let people do their work and allow us to be vessels, allow to be that light. I will never forget your mom and dad's faces as you were speaking. And I can promise you, mom and dad, we will make sure that these children have us to be those proud moments like you just experienced today. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's just clap for the chief servant himself. Can we say let there be light one more time with the passion that Jackie has? And I liked what the young lady said. It doesn't take anything away for a candle to light another. You just spread the love. The fire goes on, but you don't lose anything. So let us close with a word of prayer from Canon Ben. But I also want to ask that, do you have anybody had a paper that they're passing on that they didn't pass on? You could just wave it. Maybe you had your pledge written down. Please do wave it and the people here will pick it. Maybe you've been inspired by the last session here and you had something to write. Please write it. But that's why we're here. Otherwise, I want to say thank you so much all for coming. God bless you, and let's have a closing prayer. Let us all rise up if that's okay.
I would wish that each one of us holds the hand of somebody next to you. You know, I believe in the Bible. The Bible says it is more blessed to give than to receive. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Because when you give, you receive much, much more. Much more. A good measure, pressed down, shaken over, and running over. So that we have given, we are sure we will receive. Amen. And may the peace of God, which is greater than we can understand, keep your hearts and minds in the knowledge and love of God and of his Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit rest upon each one of you this Christmas season and go with you and remain with you as you give, both now and forevermore. Amen. Don't release hands. We want to do. Are there some Christians around? If there are Christians around, you know the one, the prayer of the grace, which we already said, the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, now you are going to pray this prayer without closing your eyes, and you look around, and you bless somebody today. Amen. All ready? The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all, now and forevermore. Amen.
Amen. Merry Christmas to you all. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
A big hand clap to Canon Ben. Thank you. Everybody, God bless you. Please give a big hand clap to our main MC, Gava. Where is he? Oh, right here. Thank you so much. Great job. God bless you so much. I believe on behalf of the Nyaka team and the chief servant, you are dismissed. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we've managed to collect a total of 35,600,000.
Education breaks barriers of poverty. My mother and my dad raised 5 of us going to school, and they struggled because they didn't have any money to pay for us. My dad would buy 1 pencil and divide it 5 times so each of us could get a piece. Because I had a 1/5 of a pencil, I ended up at Columbia University. That's what opened my eyes. I knew what were my obstacles as a child to get education. We built 2 primary schools and a secondary and vocational school. You don't have money, you can't pay for it, so we made it free. So our kids get uniform, pencils, and pens, and their pencils have erasers. I never had an eraser. A kid is sick, we built a clinic so we can address that. Girls have no sanitary products, we have them and provide them for free. There is no place to read a book or find a book. We built libraries. If kids are dehydrated, they cannot concentrate. So we built a clean water system for the entire community. The Grandmothers program was started in 2006. We asked grandmothers to house students. They were scared of economic consequences. When they need a uniform, what am I going to do? When they get sick, what am I going to do? And all our answers is, need a uniform? We'll give it to you. Medication? We'll give it to you. Clean water? We'll give it to you. These children have gone through traumatic experiences. They have seen their dads and moms die. We want somebody in the house who they can go to when they are scared. So today we have 7,314 grandmothers taking care of 43,000 orphaned children. Nyaka has taken all those barriers and broken them down so our children can succeed.